Hey, good morning, Marissa. I hope you're doing well. I got your email about this problem, and I thought it would be easier if I just shot a little video instead of writing out all the steps to solve this. So let's see if we can give it a shot here. So the first step is we want to rewrite our equations just using the coefficients and the constants. So this is the first equation, this is the second equation, and this is the third equation. And we always start these by trying to get a 1 in this position, and then these two positions we want to be zeros. And so let's go about and see if we can figure out how to make this a 0, and then we'll go back and see if we can make this a 0. So if I multiply the first equation by -1 and add it to the second equation, I'm going to get a 0 there. So let's go ahead and do that. So the first equation the first row stays the same. The second row, -1 plus 1 is 0. -1 plus -2 is -3. -1 plus -4 is -5. And that becomes a 12. And our third row stays the same. So we've got the 0 there. Next step is we want to get a 0 here. And we can do that simply by adding the first row to the last row, because 1 and -1 will give us 0. So let's go ahead and do that. And so our first row stays the same. Our second row stays the same. In our third row, 1 and -1 is 0. 1 and -1 is 0. 1 and -3 is -2, and 0 and 6 is 6. Now, normally what we would do at this point is we would go through and do the second column, get the 1 in there, and then the 2 zeros, and then do the third column, get the 1 here and the 2 zeros. But if you look at this last row, we kind of get lucky here, because this is 0x plus 0y plus -2z equals 6. And so we do a little algebra. We get z is equal to -3. So there's our first variable. And if you look at this row here, this row is 0x minus 3y minus 5z is equal to 12. And since we know what z is, we get -3y minus 5 times -3 equals 12. -3y plus 15 equals 12. -3y equals -3, and y is equal to 1. So there's our second variable. And now we can go back up to this first row and use those two to find x. So this row is x plus y plus z equals 0. So x plus 1 plus -3 is equal to 0. X plus -2, and so x equals 2, and there we have it. So our solution is 2, 1, -3. So I hope that makes sense to you. If it doesn't, please don't hesitate to shoot me an email, and we'll figure it out. So hope you have a great day. Take care.